Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and this pick a card reading for what's next in your love life. Now, I'd like for you to take a moment to sit back and relax. Look at the three piles in front of you. Today, we're using multicolored feathers. We have a hot pink, a pale pink, and a beautiful purple feather there for pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and allow your attention, your intuition, your instinct draw you to the pile that most attracts you, and that will be your pile for the reading today. For those of you who would like me to pull the pile for you today, your pile will be pile number 2. All right, and I'll be right back with pile number 1. All right, welcome to pile number 1, and we're going to jump into the pick a card, what's next in your love life. First, taking a look at where are you right now, what's next, and what your support energy is. So right now in your love life for pile number 1, we have the constellations of isolation. Wow, and we have Two of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. We're going to go much deeper into that. Definitely a reading for those of you who are single right now, solitary. What's next for you in love then? We have Order along with Spirits of the Earth and Spirit of the Skulls. And then we are going to pull several more cards for this as we go along. And what is your support energy along with the timing? If you believe, and Taurus season. All right, first let's jump into the constellations of isolation, where you are right now. So this energy, this oracle is letting us know that right now you are in a period of solitary living, isolation, being separate from others. But this isn't the same as necessarily being lonely. Taking time out to be with yourself, to take time for yourself, to spend time with yourself, to get to know yourself, right? And to be at ease with that. There's a comfort there. There is a feeling of being at home with yourself, being safe. So this is a period right now where you're not necessarily opening up your heart to love, right? You certainly, if you're resonating with pile 1, you're certainly going through a stage in your life right now where your own company is absolutely enough. It's not as though you feel lonely in any way or you feel as though you need anyone necessarily in your life. Right now, taking time out for yourself has been more than enough. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Along with that has been a lot of work you've been putting into your health and your well-being. So it feels as though this has been a fully sort of a healing period, a self-enriching period. You've been spending a lot of time on various projects that you're interested in. But more than anything, it feels like you have been, especially with that Queen of Pentacles, you have been on a special journey recently, probably over the last few months to a year even, where you just haven't had time or space for anyone else because you are the one that has come first. For some of you, I suspect that there have been issues with juggling a lot of jobs, right? You have been working on increasing your financial stability. Right. For some of you, there's been a lot of health sort of progress, right? You've been doing a lot of things to increase the status of your health. You may have been working on your fitness, on your diet. You may have embarked on a particular activity over the last several months that has been all towards increasing your vitality. Let's go a little bit deeper so we can get a little bit more about what's going on with you right now. So here we have 8 of Cups, the Devil, and the Page of Pentacles, right? So this period of isolation, pulling yourself back, working on yourself, spending time on yourself has come on the heels of our heartbreak, right? A separation. So I would say that over the last several years, perhaps there was a separation. Someone has left. Someone walked away. It may have been you. It may have been them. But there was certainly a pain associated with it. And a feeling of now it's time for me. The devil is there as well. It seems as though, as well as part of that leaving or that separation, was gaining as well your control back. It seems to me that I feel strongly for those of you resonating with this, you may have been the one to walk away. You may have been the one to walk away from a situation that really may have affected your health, may have affected your financial stability to such a degree, especially with that devil energy, that it was necessary for you to pull away, walk away. And indeed, on top of that, it was necessary for you to isolate yourself, to have the constellation of isolation, to put a lot of your energy into rebuilding yourself. We have all pentacles, a lot of earth here. So for some of you, this relationship that you walked away from took such a toll on you physically that the only way for you to get yourself back to where you believe you should be, full of vitality, healthy, to get your money situation back to where it should be, was to isolate yourself, to pour all of your time, energy, and concentration in rebuilding yourself. Page of Pentacles is definitely a process of rebuilding. It took a lot. You had to juggle a lot, but you have Queen of Pentacles is there to remind you that you had a goal in mind. And you definitely are well on your way to achieving that goal. You may be now, I think, with that Queen, at that state where you feel healthy again. You feel in control again. I think that you have gone through this period of healing. And now, as you come to this reading, you may indeed be ready for love. So what is next in your life when it comes to love? Order. Moon and Virgo. So this speaks to me of you having taken real control as a result of this break that you had, where you really had to spend a long amount of quality time on yourself. I think order is the one thing that's come to mind for you. You are in a place now where you may be willing and open for love to come in, but it has to follow your sort of I want to say rules, regulations, regimen. There has to be some order in your life. There may have been this relationship or connection here that split and allowed you, or that you split from, allowing yourself time to sort of heal and regrow and recuperate, was very chaotic, especially with that devil energy. You require definitely something that brings, that has order to it, that has a sense of expectation. You're done with surprises. You're certainly done with living life on the edge or playing with fire. Definitely feels like there was a lot of chaos and unpredictability in the previous relationship that took you a long time to heal from. And so in this one, that's not what you're looking for at all. Three of Cups. Interesting. What's next in your life here? Let me pull one more. Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay. So before we move on to get deeper into these, I want to pull an archetype card for you to represent where you are at now. That's your archetype for the extended reading. And as well, I want to pull your animal spirit card to see where you have developed in terms of this order. There's your animal spirit in love. So your archetype, where you're at right now, your animal spirit in love. Why I pull those two? Because right now something very new is coming in. Ace of Swords, Three of Cups, and it'll be coming in through friendships. Now that you have begun, as I say, it feels as though you have spent a long period isolated, solitary, working on yourself, healing on yourself. Now you're at that stage where you're ready. You're ready to sort of open up, to allow people in. Your next stage in love is allowing friendships to blossom again, socializing again. Ace of Swords, you have your confidence back. You absolutely have your confidence back, and you have your desire, right? Requirement, I'm going to say insistence on whatever coming into your life. fitting into your new outlook, fitting into your new sort of requisite for it to be at least somewhat orderly, somewhat consistent. Consistency as well is something that you are insisting on now in any area of love, whether it be friendships or romantic relationships. And so you're absolutely ready for something new, absolutely ready for it, and absolutely ready for friendships to blossom again. And I think that whatever comes into your life in love right now will come through a friendship first. What is this energy that is supporting you? We have spirits of darkness and light, spirit of earth, yeah, and spirit of skulls. That makes a lot of sense. Earth, we have so much earth here with these pentacles. So there's a lot of groundedness, right, coming in. You want, again, this next stage or this next chapter in love will start with groundedness. Whoever comes into your life that you may begin to open up to, whether that be just dating or mingling, right? Or, it doesn't have to be anything serious right away, but just the opening up the door to a relationship, to a love connection. It must come in grounded, and it will come in grounded, mostly because you've changed, mostly because you've done the healing. Spirit of the skulls, yeah, there was a lot of melancholy here and depression, and I think that you're over that now, or certainly you're coming out of that space now. Let me go ahead and pull for the extended. Let's go ahead and pull specific card about, I'm going to pull two of these, about what love might look like in terms of, a new connection, right? How serious that may be. We'll pull two cards for that. So that's for the extended reading pile. But in any case, the next stage in love for you certainly is something that is going to be consistent, something that you have control over. I think that you've spent, as I said, a lot of time over these last few months gaining your control back and getting to know yourself, like what it is you're willing to put up with, what it is you're not willing to put up with, and also really identifying the types of relationships or people that you've allowed into your life before that may have been destabilizing. That devil energy and 8 of Cups really threw you for a loop. That connection with that individual or that chapter in love was really, the word chaos just comes to mind over and over. It was very chaotic. It was very unpredictable. And that's just something that you can't have anymore. And your experiences show you that it takes a long time for you to sort of recuperate from that, for you to sort of heal from that. And that's just something you're not allowing in. So now that you are ready and wanting a stable, grounded love connection, this will be the next stage. This Ace of Swords definitely indicates a whole new outlook, a whole new sense of confidence that you have about yourself. And that outlook, is the law of attraction, that sense of confidence, that sense of control, being okay with yourself, by yourself. That is what will draw in a much more grounded connection, grounded friendships, and perhaps then the seed for love. What's the timing here? Well, if you believe, the timing is in your hands. We have Taurus season coming up. So for some of you, it may indeed be exactly in May, late April, most of May is Taurus season. This may be the time where you begin to flourish a bit more in love. You may be out and about mingling a bit more. You may run into someone, meet someone, but it is down to if you believe. This whole last period of your life, this last year, I'm going to say last several months, have definitely been the constellations of isolation, in the sense that, the constellation of being alone is getting to know yourself and learning that you are absolutely in control of the experience that you have. And so if you believe, if you're ready, when you're ready and you truly believe that you are worthy of the right kind of grounded love to come in, that is exactly when it will come in. And again, for some of you, absolutely Taurus season is when this energy will come in. Let's go ahead and pull, I'm going to pull some more cards for this timing, perhaps how this new change, this new chapter will come in. We're going to pull 2 cards for that. And then I want to pull also your final support card, your final oracle support card for the extended reading. We're going to look deeper with this card into what energies, is supporting you through this next stage. This sort of coming out stage does feel very much like a coming out stage where you are now coming out of this isolation, coming out of this period of self-reflection, working on yourself stronger, as I said, more in control and ready, right? Ready for a new stage in love. Let's go ahead now and pull out your zodiac runes to see what kind of zodiac signs you might be dealing with. And this is going to denote perhaps the personalities or energies of the people that might be coming towards you in love over the next few months. Gemini. Some of you dealing with Gemini. Some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius. Lovely. And some of you are dealing with the Pisces. So beautiful. Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, air, fire, and water. See how that resonates? That could be energy that's in your chart, right? So you may resonate with that, or maybe individuals coming into your life as part of this next chapter in love for you, whatever the case may be. But that is it for right now. This is the first pile for the pick a card reading. What's next in love for you? If you want to go ahead and join me for the extended, you can just follow the link for pile 1 extended, which will be below in the description. And we will go ahead and go through these cards that we've pulled. But if not, I hope to see you folks back here at Bow and Arrow Tarot for your next pick a card. And I will be right back with pile number 2. Welcome to pile number 2 for the pick a card. What's next in love? And we're going to jump right into your oracle, the return of lost selves, along with the Chariot and the Hanged Man. Wow, heavy energy. What is next in love for you? We have influence, along with spirit of enchantment and spirit of the jester. Now we're going to get many more cards for all of this in your timing. We have it's up to you, along with earth energy. So it could definitely be earth cycles, earth seasons, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But before we pull more clarifier cards and go deeper into this reading, let's just jump right into your oracle card for where you are right now. The return of the lost selves. This is a period right now where you are getting, bringing back pieces of yourself, pieces of yourself, characteristics, personality traits, all of the little things about yourself that perhaps you had put away in a drawer, allowed to lay dormant as a result of, catering to others, right? You're spending right now is a period of solitude, being on your own, being single. During this particular period of being on your own, you're getting to know yourself again and bringing back pieces of yourself, parts of who you are that you got rid of to make others happy, right? To perhaps make situations easier to deal with, depending on the people and relationships that you've had in your life. There may have been a lot of sides to yourself that you began to neglect, or began to ignore just for the sake of either keeping the peace, keeping the relationship, or, as a result of perhaps the energy that you were dealing with those around you. Perhaps you weren't feeling supported. Perhaps there were sides of yourself that you didn't feel comfortable sharing with those around you because of judgment or what have you. And now that you're finding your time on your own, free, you're kind of free from those impediments, free from those constrictions. And so this oracle talks about a period of time that you're in right now where you're experiencing a lot more freedom, a lot more joy, and just allowing yourself to be yourself without any worry of how that might affect anybody else around you. The Chariot and the Hanged Man. This is good energy. It's a new chapter in your life that you're starting. Let's get those horses out. New chapter that you're starting. And part of that chapter is hangman energy, insisting on holding true to your outlook. Again, as a result of perhaps having ignored or not allowed all sides of yourself to flourish and be happy, you really went through a learning lesson, a period of learning yourself again and learning what's important to you. And now that you're in this stage, you're ready to start a new chapter, but you're ready to not let go of those sides of yourself anymore. Hangman energy talks about, being confident to be the odd one out, being confident with who you are, being sure of what you want, who you are, and exhibiting all those beautiful characteristics of yourself, regardless of how the world sees you. So there's a renewed confidence coming into you now as a result of this period where you've begun to get to know yourself again. We're going to go a little bit deeper. Definitely feels like this pile is for someone who up until now, you may have made a lot of concessions for people. You may have made concessions for people in relationships. You may have made concessions, to hide parts of yourself, or to, just not even necessarily hide, but to just not allow yourself to enjoy life fully because of those around you, their judgments, their requirements, their boundaries, and I want to say rules and regulations and outlooks and judgments. There seems to be a lot of barriers that were in place because of the people that you were dealing with that just didn't allow you to flourish. And now you're like very definitely, look, I'm here. This is who I am. Hangman energy. I'm flourishing no matter what. Five of Swords. There was a lot of arguments. Queen of Swords and Page of Wands. Yes. Yeah. Right now, this period now, you've had to deal with a lot of arguments and battles, right? And you've kind of decided to throw your towel in and be like, look, this isn't worth it anymore. And I think that decision is what's led you to this place where you're at now, where you have been like, look, it's not worth it for me to compromise myself for the sake of what other people think of me, right? Other people's judgments or requirements of me. And so, you gave up that battle. You threw the towel and you said, look, the battle is the point and I don't want to battle anymore. Whoever you were dealing with was really putting unhealthy and unreasonable sort of requirements on you. And you realize all of that now. And so now you're coming fully in with that Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. The Queen of Swords is very strong. She's oftentimes exhausted because she's gone through so much, but she's very strong and clear-headed about who she is. And she doesn't compromise herself. Page of Wands as well is overcoming fear. So we add that clarifying energy in to where you are right now, as we get ready to see what's coming next in love. And we see that you have come to this really incredible place where your strength is there, your confidence is there. You're not going to compromise for anyone ever again. You realize that, especially through a lot of the arguing that had been going on in a previous chapter in your life, you really, even unconsciously perhaps, began to limit yourself and hide yourself, or just not show all aspects of who you are, of your opinions and characteristics, personalities, desires, for sake of mitigating this argument, mitigating the aggravation that was in your life. And you're fully past that now. You are fearless. You're ready to start a new chapter. I think you're ready to have a new love, right? A new stage in love now. And you're going to be very unapologetic about it. So before we move on, let's go ahead and pull for your extended reading. We're going to go ahead and pull the archetype that you're resonating with right now. And that's going to be for the extended reading. If you want to follow that, of course, after this reading, you can go down to the link for pile number 2. But yeah, this is a great, powerful place to be at right now. You've learned so much. And it's almost like you've become reacquainted with who you are. It seems as though there are parts of yourself that had been hidden away for so long and neglected, right? For so long that you almost had to get to know yourself again. Now, what's next in love? Influence. We have Mercury in Libra, influence. So there's going to be people talking to you, friends, family, I think. The next stage in love almost feels as though you're open to it, right? You're open to other possibilities. You may be ready to do something new, like a dating app or a blind date or some kind of activity, social activity that puts you in touch with other people. There is a feeling now that you've become reacquainted with yourself, you are strong and confident to be around others, to open up your heart, to open up your life to a possibility of a new love connection, a next stage in love. I think you're open to all kinds of possibilities because of the strength that you have sort of reacquired. Justice is coming in. And the Chariot again, you're absolutely ready. You're absolutely ready for taking advice, trying new things. You are ready to be playful. You're ready to have a playful stage in love. And I think that that's what's coming. This next chapter, it almost feels as though you're ready to sort of even date around, mingle around. It feels to me like this is a reading for somebody who may have been in a monogamous relationship, a long-term relationship in the previous chapter of their love life that really, as I say, amounted to you just having to lose so many parts of yourself to make that other person happy, or to at least, stop the arguing, slow down the arguing. But having come through that now, this new chapter, Chariot energy, you are ready for fun. It almost seems as though you have not had a lot of fun, and fun is coming your way because we have Spirit of the Jester. Trickster, hustler, thief. Okay, that's not so much fun. But I think the thing is that it almost feels like you're ready to play with a little bit of fire. Trickster, hustler, sometimes that can be, the bad girl or the bad boy. It feels as though you definitely are coming in with a sense of excitement and strength and like, hey, you know what? Nobody's going to get me down. Nobody's going to trick me or thieve from me. I'm strong enough to handle this. I can play around a little bit. Let me date around. Let me date people that I'm not necessarily used to. This is not to say that you are going to run out and purposely date someone toxic. But what I'm saying is that you're not afraid. You're not afraid of whatever like little games that people might be playing, games of flirtation or what have you, in amongst all of that, you feel as though you want to have a little bit of fun. Spirit of enchantment is there as well. Temporary spells, captivation. Yeah, there's a feeling that you are ready to be, I want to say, not only enchanted by someone, but to have a crush, right? I think you're like ready for a wild crush. And there doesn't have to be a heavy element of, okay, this is going to be a monogamous, long-term, working towards marriage, what have you. It just feels as though you're ready for something that is temporary, that is light fun, that maybe involve, activities, fun activities, that aren't heavy, that don't mean a lot, that don't necessarily require a lot of commitment either. I dare say dating multiple people at the same time, just enjoying yourself and having a freedom about it, being open to a whole new kind of way of having your, being in love and loving people, more than one person, being attracted to more than one person. Balance is coming in. Let me go ahead and pull. I'm going to pull your animal spirit for this next stage to see what kind of animal spirit you are resonating with when it comes to a love connection. And we are also going to pull 2 cards for what kind of love might be coming in for you, what kind of individuals or connections you may be dealing with. What's the timing here, right? Well, it's up to you. Again, you are so much in charge here that I think that it's not so much you waiting for the timing. The timing is literally the moment you're ready. Like, I think there are opportunities in love coming your way, but up until now, you just haven't been paying attention to them because you haven't been ready. Now you're coming into this phase where you're completely ready to have fun for any kind of, option. You're not afraid, you have confidence and strength. No one's going to take advantage of you, and you have control coming in. So that's a beautiful feeling. We have earth energy as well here. So for some of you, it's definitely going to be during earth season. All right. So that could be Virgo season, which will be in September. Right. We have Capricorn season, not until next January. And Taurus season is coming up in May. So any of the earth seasons, some of you may be dealing with earth signs. We are going to go ahead and let me pull out two more for timing to see what'll be going on in your life when you begin to sort of, and again, when I say timing, as it says, it's up to you. So when you begin to take that plunge, it is there and ready for you the moment that you are ready. All right, let's go ahead and pull your oracle for the extended reading. This will be your support card. All right, so this is our pile for the extended reading for pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into your zodiac runes. This is a nice reading for somebody who's ready to go out on a town, mingle, enjoy themselves, because you have gotten back to who you are, Cancer. You may have always been that type of person, free, free thinking, free living, enjoying. And maybe over this last period, you kind of lost some of that, Gemini, Cancer, Gemini. And that's come back to you and you're ready to sort of spread your wings in that area. And Pisces. It's Cancer, Gemini, Pisces, 2 water and an air. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to leave it at that. This is what's next for you. Pile number 2 in love. Definitely somebody who has gotten back to who they are. It's been a long time, but now you are unapologetic. You know who you are. You know what you like. You're not going to compromise yourself anymore. And this next stage in love for you is all about you enjoying yourself, having a good time, and not being beholden to anybody or responsible to anybody, and certainly not changing or hiding or ignoring any sides of yourself for anyone else. I hope this resonated for you. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. If you want to book a private reading, there's information on that. If you want to go ahead to the extended reading, I'm going over there right now with your extended pile of cards. We're going to do that. But other than that, I'd like to say thank you, and I'll be right back with pile number 3. Welcome to pile number 3 for the pick a card. What's next in love for you? We're going to go ahead and pull out your oracle right now. And is it lonelier at night? Along with your 2 energies, we have 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Interesting. We're going to go much deeper with more cards. Well, now, what exactly is next in love for you? We have rebellion. Wow. Knight, spirit of alchemy, and spirit of gold. What's the timing here? Opportunity and Aquarius. Now, we're going to be pulling many more cards for all of this. But first of all, let's just jump right into your oracle energy. And is it lonelier at night? Well, listen, the nighttime is the time where all of the darker sides of life come out. The more flamboyant sides of life sometimes comes out. The wilder sides of ourselves, the more unknown sides of ourselves. There's a mystery at night. There's a mystery to the nighttime in all of its ways and fashions. And so it almost seems to me here that you are someone who has really enjoyed your solitude, your quiet time. Right now, clearly we're talking about what's next in love. And at nighttime, it almost seems as though the night is the time that you thrive. It's the energy that you're thriving on. It's the energy that you're enjoying right now. Let's go deeper. I'm going to pull more cards for this. Let's go deeper. Knight of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. Yeah, nine of Pentacles indicates a lot of abundance, right? Wealth, health, doing very well for yourself, enjoying the fruits of your labor. Six of Wands can be a victory, a celebration. And as we come back to this, is it lonely at night? I feel like the person who's resonating with this pile is someone who's maybe even a night owl. You're enjoying yourself out on the town. You may be partying, going out to dinners, going to events. There is a vibe to the evening time. It may even involve the type of work that you do, right? But something about the nighttime, something about that time of day is the time that you come alive and you enjoy yourself the most. So let's get some deeper cards to see how that figures into your love life. It almost feels as though you already have a lifestyle right now that is prone to a nightlife experience, right? Prone to being up at night, working at night, partying at night, whatever the case may be, right? This lifestyle that you are, I'm going to say, in right now, the lifestyle that you're in, the enjoyment that you're having with that Nine of Pentacles and Six of Wands, you are absolutely doing well right now. Like the money is flowing. There's victory coming in. Again, for some of you, your art or your work may be something that you do at nighttime and you're getting a lot of success for that. So the nighttime, the nightlife, the nighttime is like really wrapped up with your life right now, your lifestyle, even for some of you, your work. And this is factoring in to your love, right? Let's go a little bit deeper and see. Yeah, Page of Cups, Magician energy, and a Knight of Wands. Wow. Yeah, it feels as though that whatever it is going on with you right now, the joy, the fun, I'm going to come back to that Page of Cups. The joy, the fun, the partying, the socializing, all of that is integral to your life right now. And it definitely has something to do with a nightlife. For some of you, you may even be, you may be a musician. You may be in the field of the arts that, naturally, thrives at nighttime. Whatever the case may be, this is where you feel your best. This is where you feel you're most attractive. This is where you are doing most of your exciting work, right? This may also be it could be an impediment to you finding love. It could also be a helper. You have a Page of Cups. Someone is trying to get closer to you. Someone is trying to come into you. And I think that this whole persona and lifestyle that you have, the money, the success, may be a little bit intimidating to them because you're not lonely at night, right? At nighttime, when you're out and about living your life, it feels as though you have many people around you. You stand apart from those people by the virtue of your work and your success, but you have many around you. You're not lonely. You have a thriving social life. However, when it comes to love, when it comes to the next thing in love, someone is coming in with a real sort of youthful, like, very timidly or tentatively sort of trying to get in touch, trying to reach in, trying to come into you, come into your circle. I hear this pile is for a person who probably has a thriving social circle, specifically at nighttime, once again, due to the nature of either the art or the work that you do. And let's be honest, most people do not work at night. They work during the day and they keep day hours. But because of this life that you have, because of the art, the work, etc. that you're involved in, because your life thrives in the evening time, it almost is creating a little bit of a barrier maybe or a difficulty for somebody who's not in that lifestyle to come into you. And thus we have that Page of Cups, someone trying to sort of break through, but they're not necessarily comfortable in that life. They're not comfortable in that environment. and yet they want to get closer to you. Let's pull out your archetype for the extended reading. For those of you who want to go to the extended reading for pile number 3, there is a link below. But yeah, I hear DJ, I hear music, I hear singer, artist, here, successful, right? Surrounded by a lot of people. But the next thing in love for you is someone who's quite timid in this area. This is someone who is, they don't thrive at night the way you do, right? There are sides to yourself that you are let out, in the evening time during the course of your work. That's very difficult for somebody to sort of break that barrier, come into you, right? So what is next in love? Rebellion. Mars in Aquarius, a rebellion. Interesting. I do believe somebody is coming into you in love who's not, the rebellion is theirs, right? The rebellion is also this person not being your average. This person is somebody who's completely outside of the box or the characteristics of someone that you normally would expect to come close to you. This person is like a fish out of water in this lifestyle. They're probably somebody who doesn't go out much at night or have anything to do with that kind of lifestyle. Maybe have a very straight 9-to-5 sort of daytime existence, right? Somehow you've run into them. The timing feels a little bit off here, and yet there's a rebellion. I feel like the rebellion is the two of you, oil and water, almost coming together. I almost hear like, whereas you might be a DJ by trade or a musician or an artist of some kind or someone who works in the evening times by virtue of your job, and you live a certain lifestyle, and this person is completely opposite. And so the two of you coming together almost seems like oil and water. It almost seems like a rebellion in and of itself between both of you, and yet it happens anyway. Let me pull an animal spirit. I'm going to pull an animal spirit for this individual that I think is coming into you. That is the next connection in love for you. This particular pile doesn't feel so much like a next stage in love as it does a next person coming into you in love. Let me also pull the actual connection in this. We'll pull 2 cards for that for the extended. So we have spirit of alchemy and spirit of gold. Wow. Manifest, transmutation, alchemy. Yeah, really. Or, water and fire are being brought together to create something new. Again, this speaks to the rebellion. The two of you are from two completely different sides of life. You're a night owl. You're an artist. You're someone who's probably up until dawn sleeps all day. They aren't. Spirit of gold, wealth, status, and windfall. There is something to do here with your particular status, right? The wealth that you have, the success that you have. There's a great amount of success here for you. Certainly, whoever is resonating with this reading, whatever it is you do, you're successful at it. Whatever art or job it is that you do, everybody knows about you. There's a buzz around you. There may, I dare say, even be a little bit of, fame surrounding you, right? And still, spirit of gold, that is impacting. Spirit of alchemy, that is impacting. Let's pull some more cards. Yeah, the two of you, you're getting together with someone. The next stage or the next thing in love for you is an individual who's completely sort of out of character for you in every way. They're out of character in the hours that they operate. They're out of character in the lifestyle that they live. And yet, something is bringing the two of you together. King of Pentacles, interesting, and 9 of Cups. This person could very well be somebody who shares your level of monetary wealth and success. Yes, 9 of Cups. Very happy. Let me tell you, I feel like almost, I'm going to tell you how a scenario. Say, for instance, you are the artist, right? You are the one who goes out to the gallery openings, to the events, to the parties, etc. This individual coming in is involved perhaps in that life, in the art world, in the music world, but they're the daytime person, they're the office person, they're the executive. They have wealth and success. You have wealth and success, and yet the two lifestyles are completely opposite, even though you share something in common there. This is the type of scenario that I'm hearing, right? And whereas, although the two of you may even share a career, right, or a field, they come off as maybe a little square, whereas you're much more the rebellious artistic type, and still the connection is there. That is the rebellion that I feel here, Mars and Aquarius. That is the spirit of gold and alchemy. What's bringing the two of you together is absolutely the level of success that you both have. There's definitely an equal layer or level of success here, of monetary wealth, of security, and yet two totally different sides of life, two totally different lifestyles coming in. You recognize this in each other. I dare say they are the ones coming into you, and you're having a good time. Is it lonelier at night? No, it's not, because you live your life at night. Your friends and you and everything that happens in your life mostly happens in the evening hours, happens in the dark, happens in areas of life where most people aren't at. And so it feels like, it feels like something totally different starting for you. You're happy with your life. You're not lonely. You weren't necessarily looking for love. Knight of Cups indicates that you're very happy where you are at right now. And yet this King of Pentacles is not letting go. Opportunity. What is the timing here? Opportunity in Aquarius. Well, Aquarius season has just gone by, but Aquarius energy might indeed be there with the person that you're dealing with. And opportunity is interesting. The timing. It's almost as if, when the opportunity presents itself, the timing here feels like it just happened. Like it just so happened. This person just so happened to be where you were at a time when they would never have been there. There's a really kind of like happy accidental one-off vibe here. Again, like this may be, you may have been at an evening event where this person very rarely goes out to evening events, but this one time there was an opportunity for them to go, and somehow your two paths crossed. Otherwise, your two lifestyles, your two lives you would have never crossed each other. You simply aren't even up at the same times of the day, right? Nothing about your lifestyles can be shared, except that I do feel like the two of you have the same level of success, the same level of monetary support and security, may share in the same field, but that's where it ends, right? Let me go ahead and pull a couple more for timing. I think I'm going to pull a couple more of these for timing. See what else might be there for you. And we are also going to pull your Oracle support card. This is an interesting read because it's very specific about the next thing in life. It's for a very specific sort of scenario where we're talking about two people who have very specific lifestyles, very specific areas or professions. Again, this reading is absolutely for somebody who's either an artist, a musician, or something like that, that thrives at night. Someone who has a lot of success. So these are the cards ready for the extended. Let's go ahead and pull out the zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with. Some of you are dealing with the Taurus, Earth energy. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. Lovely. And some of you are dealing with a Cancer. All right. Taurus, Aries, Cancer, Earth, Fire, and Water. That's a nice spread of energies there, strong energies. Taurus, of course, is associated with that Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles. I'm going to leave it at that. This is your reading for pile number 3. I hope it resonated and gave you some insight. You may have already ran into this person and know who I'm talking about as being the next in love for you. If you'd like to get a personal reading, there's information in the description and below. You can like, subscribe, and share the video as well. If you want to join me for the extended, which I'm going to go over to right now, you can follow the link for pile number 3 extended reading. And other than that, I will just say thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all right back here on Bow and Arrow Tarot for your next pick a card reading. Bye-bye now.